Duck farming plays an important part in the agricultural economy, especially in Asian continent. The duck meat and eggs are consumed by many people worldwide. This video is intended to promote intensive awareness to empower rural households for duck farming to increase duck egg and meat on a commercial scale. The duck farming has the potential and can take the advantage to engage rural people in duck production. Hi guys, it's a beautiful day once again and welcome back to Dexter's World Channel. Today's video, allow me to inspire you once more about this duck farm business. And many of those who have started this business have really become successful. But also, there are many people who did not become successful in this field. That is why I made this video in order for you to be guided on how to become successful in this duck business. In many countries, ducks rank next to chicken for meat and egg production. Ducks can be raised for both commercial and small scale. They are very hardy bird and they need less care and management. They can adapt themselves with almost all types of environmental conditions. Maitake Campbell ducks are best producers of eggs and meat. These ducks are also raised by several farmers in our country. Allow me to share with you some tips in order for you to start up your duck farm. There are two schemes in duck farming. First is the free range. This is the traditional way of raising ducks. In this scheme, ducks are allowed to graze and scavenge on newly harvested rice fields. Rice fields are rich in duck feeds such as rice hull, snails, seeds, grass, fish, and insects. So guys, this is really best for the ducks because I can see right here that there are many snails. You see, these are alcohol and this can be the good source of protein for our ducks. And this shell, or I mean snails, are actually breeding right here, and I can see so many eggs, and you will see the vastness of the space. You will see that we can utilize this one for the ducks, and I'm looking forward to be able to produce ducklings, and these ducklings will be also be sold at the market and be given to those who are interested. In fact, my business before was actually releasing thousands of these ducklings to other farmers, and it was just hampered because of the pandemic. The business was going on well, but because of the pandemic, of course, we decided to stop the operation of our duck farm. And you will see right here that there are water, and this is going to be now the good place or the swimming pool for our ducks where they can eat natural food. Under the free range scheme, a temporary shelter and fence are created with the use of fish nets, and it is provided to allow ducks to rest in the afternoon. The shelter also serves as the nesting place and provides protection from wild animals. This scheme allows the duck farmer to save on the feeds and the housing. So let me share with you some tips on how to improve our duck farm, because I know that there are many problems that a duck raiser would encounter when they are doing this on the first time. So number one is, of course, we have to select good breeders of our ducks. We have to be keen enough to select this good line of breeders of ducks. Number two is that we have to provide them with good environment, and that good environment is a case-to-case basis, because you can just range your duck, and some others would put this on cages, on hanging cages. Well, it doesn't matter as long as these ducks would be provided with good facility. And number three is the kind of food that we are giving. I always mention about giving a sola to the ducks as supplement. Let me emphasize the word a supplement because this Azolla alone could not let our ducks lay their eggs. They need to be fed with this commercial duck pellets. And number 3 is we have to be consistent in all aspects. Of course, we have to be consistent in the giving of the food. We have to give them food on time. We don't have to starve them. And then we always have the backup of the speeds. For example, there is one day that you haven't fed them with the kind of food that they normally eat, then that would be a great disaster. It would really affect the egg production. The second scheme for raising duck is through confinement system using a duck house. Ducks are provided with balanced diet that includes formulated feeds and clean drinking water. Here are some guidelines in duck farming. And today, allow me to tell you something about how to ensure maximum hatchability of our duck eggs. And I know that this has been the experience also, and actually the problem of some of our duck farmers, because the hatchability is very low. Though we have fertile eggs, but it cannot hatch. The ducklings were just stuck inside the egg because of the hard shell. And this can be addressed actually, and this is what I'm going to share with you right now. The first sharing is that if we will rely purely on commercial pellet, then the chances are the shell of the eggs will really become very hard, that it is very difficult for the duckling to come out of the shell. To address this issue is to minimize the calcium. And my way of minimizing the calcium is to integrate the Azolla in our feeding system. Number 2, if the ducks cannot really go out from the shell, meaning the hard shell, well, we will do something. And this is what I'm going to share with you. And guys, allow me to substantiate what I am talking about. We're here in the incubator, and of course, you will see inside in the hatcher that we have so many eggs. These eggs are quite delayed because all the rest have been hatched already, but we don't have any sign of this eggs breaking up. So my conclusion is that these eggs have hard shells. So what we're gonna do is we will do the misting. I have here the spray. We will spray like that, and this is the usual thing that we do. This is just for purposes of demonstration. We have to spray, and then these are actually the routine that we are doing. Actually, we already have hatched this one, but this made possible, meaning the high hatchability of these eggs made possible because of our assistants. Just yesterday, we did a lot of, misting. Well, maybe you will ask, Dexter, you already have the water there for humidity inside the incubator. Will this not be enough for the duck eggs? My answer is it is not enough. We have really to do the misting in order to make the eggshells brittle, because this is very hot inside. We have this 39 temperature, and then we spray the eggs in order to make the shell brittle. You have to provide the brooder with sufficient heat for the day-old ducks until they will reach up to 2 to 3 weeks of age. These ducklings should also be protected from the predators and, if possible, be placed on a secured area. So guys, witness that these ducklings will now be put here inside. You will see that we already have here so many of them, actually more than 100, close to 200 ducklings. And you will see that they have only 2 colors. We have the black and the lighter yellow. And this lighter yellow are actually the female, and the black ones are the male. This is really very predictable, and I would like to commend our DOST for coming up with this kind of breed. This is a product of crossbreeding. We have the mongrel ducks, we have the crossing of mongrel to Khaki Campbell and other similar breeds to come up with this more bigger and more active ducklings or strain of ducks. Never release your ducklings on the ground when they are not yet ready. Normally, ducklings at the age of 1 month is already good for the grower house. In the grower house, the ducks will stay up to 45 months of age before they're gonna be transferred to the laying house. And per experience, what is best is for us to establish a good system from the hatching, from the incubator, and then brooding pen, and then the growing pen, and then out in the field, and then producing eggs. And as soon as we can establish a good system, then that's the time that we are set to a massive production of eggs, maybe a massive duck farm. And maybe we can aim from 5,000 to 10,000 heads in the future. Well, that's my dream in the future. But we will start small. Well, that's all that we can share. I hope that you are enlightened with this kind of video. And if you will start your duck business, of course, you have to think of many ways. The feeding, the housing, and the selection of good breeders in order for you to really become successful that you will not regret wasting your money, spending a lot of money for the advancement of the business. So that's all that we can tell you today. I hope that you will subscribe. If you are not subscribed to the channel, you will start subscribing now because we're uploading videos every 2 days. And we have so many informative videos about so many things, including the fish breeding, the quail farming, and even this duck farms and this rabbits and many others like the betta fish and the guppy fish. So I would like to make a shout out to the members of the channel and also to those ones who have shared our videos and have regularly viewed our uploads. Thanks a lot. And for those ones who made comments in the comment box, thanks a lot. And I would like to see you in my next video, only here